freaking nature, and it's freaking awesome! Woo!
It's hard not to see it. The evidence of our mud fossil and petrified past can be found everywhere. And it really truly is amazing just how many people are waking up to this fact. And much like the mud flood, once your eyes are opened, you see it everywhere. And with that, all these newly opened eyes are bringing forth more and more evidence daily. It's the one good thing that social media has brought. True citizen journalism. Opened eyes and open minds catching what they see in this world and finding the beautiful truths that holds. Like the fact that geology is nothing more than hardened biology. Mud Fossil University on YouTube. I highly recommend checking it out if you want to learn more about mud fossils. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
Right, let's get this straight right now, right? Why has nobody told me that this thing right here is real? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. And it doesn't stop there. No, here's another one. Look at that. Clearly a woman. Clearly a woman. Don't even know. How is that thing? Explain that. It's not a natural form. And then here's another one. Just a guy, just a dude, sat there. Little penguin for you. Then a little bird kissing another bigger bird. Some sort of goat. Not quite sure. Defo a snake. Defo a snake. There's two snakes on top of each other. Then I've no idea what that is, but if they're not teeth, I don't know what are. There's defo a little dinosaur. And then a hand. What is going on, people? I mean, check this out, right? Just look at this for a second, and you tell me what this could be. I mean, I'm not sure about that one. Looks sus. It's a bit sus too. That's defo a person, that though. I'm not even bothered. When did this become a thing?
With a lot of strange features. Looks as if there were many different cities here, long gone, and many of these rock carvings from over 10,000 years ago. How many secrets did these people hold? There's lines in the desert here, very similar to Peru, the Nazca lines, and they can only be seen from the sky. So who or what was looking down from the sky? A lot of the cave art, we see such giant figures. Of course, we're told that giants never existed, but given enough time, it seems that any history can be erased and forgotten. Some of these murals even looking demonic, but it always comes to mind when we see these great civilizations that once flourished, and only small pieces remain. And in 10,000 years from now, we may be just as forgotten as they were. Another chapter in history.
They don't want you to know.
So some of you may have heard about this before. I just found out about this very strange cave in Thailand. It is not your ordinary cave, and it's called Naka Cave. Naka means snake in Thai. So if it was just these funny shaped walls, that would be one thing. But wait till you see these pictures. From the outside, it looks like just a regular hill. But look, you're walking along the trail and you see this. It's just a rock though, but look at it. And look at this on your way on the trail. You'll see this thing hanging above your head. Now just look at the head of a snake for a minute and look at the way their scales look. And then you see this rock. It's just a rock, please. Don't think anything else, it's just a rock, but looks pretty weird. See the scales, they look one way along the body of the snake, but around the head they start to make these different shapes, right? But then look at this. It's like a coiled up, you're walking through this little alleyway and you're looking at these walls. That doesn't look like regular water washed away the rocks and it's erosion. And all the locals there, you couldn't convince them otherwise that this isn't exactly what it looks like. It's in their history, it's their folklore, which a lot of folklore is based on true stuff anyway, but just have a look at that. You're telling me that's just a Sam damn rock? The wind must have been blown a funny way that day to erode the rock in that shape.
It was not just the Titans or the massive ancient trees. Though perhaps if you look into the King of Wing in New Mexico, you'll find the axe that was used to cut down some of these trees, though a much smaller version. Geology really truly is nothing more than the study of hardened biology. These are not just a few examples of mushrooms that look like rocks. You can literally find hundreds and thousands of these all over the world, told to us that they're nothing more than just erosion. Much like the giant trees they say are nothing more than hexagonal columns spewing ancient volcanoes, though never replicated again in recent times. In order for us to be sold on the lies of the theory of evolution, they had to dismiss our much larger past, the giants and all the inhabitants along with it. And as always, the parasites of this realm told us to dismiss the evidence of our eyes and ears. It was their final and most essential command. But once your eyes are truly open, you can see these mud fossils everywhere. And it is certainly no pareidolia. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
Now, I done talked about petrified beings on this motherfucker, but look at that shit. That damn sure look like the inside of a motherfucker. Look at that. That ain't just no motherfucking rock. I don't give a fuck what you say. They cut that motherfucker open. It looked like petrified meat. Blood. Yeah, kinda look like salami. Yeah, that's a big fact. It do, motherfucker, it do. Look at that shit. Yeah. Look at all muscles. Look at that shit right there. Exactly the same, dog. The rocks were alive. I don't give a fuck what you say. They were. They were. You just gotta open your eyes so you can see that shit. A bunch of faces and noses and shit, motherfucker. All over the motherfucking place. Look, they cut that motherfucking rock. That shit gonna look like layers of bacon. Like a motherfucker. Just like bacon. Yeah. The flesh and everything of that motherfucker. That's that thick white part. You know what that is, dog. Yeah, that's nasty as a motherfucker. Look at this shit. Faces. Whatever the fuck animal that is. Look at that face off to the left corner. Yeah, face right there at the bottom corner. Yeah, petrified beings. Right there. Snakes and shit. Now this one right here, dog. Damn. Now I don't know if this is a sculpture or not, but that shit look crazy as a motherfucker. Buried in the ground. Buried in the motherfucking ground, dog. Clear as day. Look at the face of that motherfucker. In there. In there. Wait, I saw them hoes. Why they ain't go? Look at that Cyclops. Petrified. This is inside of a motherfucking cave. Look at that, look like a big ass bird or something. You see the wing on that motherfucker? Yeah, I see that shit, dog. Petrified. See, I would've liked to got the fuck on up out of there. You don't know what's in that motherfucker. What if they awake? What if they not gone? Ooh-wee, that's a skull like a motherfucker. That's an arm and a hand inside that motherfucking rock. Dog. Look at that shit. Some type of creature. I ain't fucking around with this shit. I keep finding all these motherfucking photos of petrified beings, but I'ma tell you, I don't really wanna be around them. Dog. It's freaky as a motherfucker and creepy as a motherfucker, and something happened, and I'm gonna find out.
Our true history is stranger than fiction. Most geology is the remains of giant petrified biology from when this earth were more rich in oxygen. This compilation will open your eyes to our giant petrified past. Go look up what metals and minerals can be found in petrified wood and then look at the minerals we mine today. This realm had trees that stood miles high. Their canopies covered an entire earth and made it a thriving jungle. This was when our world was the Garden of Eden, and the biggest tree of them all stood in the center of our earth, known as the Tree of Life.
So really quick, I'm going to show you this, how the trees are fibers, and for some reason this shows the true color. A big chunk of this just fell off. See, part of the grain. This is the way the fibers are, right here. See? Hold on.